on Norm.
I actually have a pretty funny story that I think you'll enjoy.
Daniel, can I ask this quickly? Yep. When you produced Norm's first segment for Letterman, was it a stand-up hit?
It was a stand-up, yeah. Okay. But here's the thing also, like, I don't take any, there's no sort of, like, discovery here, because this was a guy who was, everybody who saw him discovered him. He was, was way above everybody else in terms of his abilities.
Yeah, totally agree. So, sorry, tell us the story.
Well, the story is, I got to know Norm pretty well, and, he liked to torture people. He liked to be a contrarian, but he also liked to sort of torture people. And he was, at the time, knowing that I was Rosie, and he'd come and visit me in my offices all the time. And Rosie was very popular. He would make tons of jokes about her, girth. Mm-hmm. And it really, like, hurt Rosie's feelings quite a lot. And she loved Norm, as did everyone. And I said, well, let me talk to him. He's a reasonable guy. He's a nice guy. And so I said to Norm, Norm, you could be on the show, on Rosie's show all the time, and you sort of broaden your net here a little bit and appeal to some women. And I think this could be a good thing for you. And I think you just have to stop making all the fat jokes about Rosie. And he said, no, you're right. And he agreed. And I told Rosie, who was, like, really happy. And the next night, Norm went on Conan, and, immediately started writing in. And he said, this Rosie O'Donnell show is quite the phenomenon. And Conan sort of gamely agreed. And then immediately started, he said, have you seen there are all these flowers lining the hallway, their dressing room, which was true. There were. And Conan said, no, I know, it's amazing. And Norm said, I didn't know you could eat flowers. And
Jesus Christ.
And that was sort of that. That was like Norm was never on the show, and that was the end of that.
This is an exciting day here at 30 Rock. The Rosie O'Donnell show premiered today. And I was in tapes at the same floor as Saturday Night Live on 8H. Mm-hmm. They had flowers sent. There was the whole, it's unbelievable. People must love her. There's flowers all along the entire 8H. Right. All flowers. They're sent by, like, there's one from Madonna, one from Elizabeth Taylor, Regis and Kathy Lee. I've never seen so many flowers. I didn't even realize you could eat flowers. I didn't even know that. But, no.
Hiya, Rosie. I'll be your pal.
That's
mighty neighborly of you, Norm.
No, she's
nice of you to eat all those flowers.
No, she's great. The show is great,
You're screwed now.
Yeah.
Soon, Barbara.
Rosie O'Donnell hates me, too, so...
Norm MacDonald in studio.
That was a long, dull story.
No, I liked it. And
there was no interplay.
I'd like to hear why Rosie O'Donnell hates you as well. Not this second. We're going to take a break. Norm MacDonald here.
We talked earlier about your experience on The View. Now, well, you were there. Rosie O'Donnell was not there, but now she is. And yesterday, she sort of accused Oprah of being a little bit gay, discussing the road trip that Oprah took with her best friend Gayle King. This is from The View earlier this week.
I think that's very typical of gay relationships. Not saying they're gay, but two women get together, and after year two, all you do is spoons. You know what I'm saying? No, it's really true. She's like, well, we're not having sex, Oprah. We're not gay. I'm like, well, you might be a little bit gay. You're just not doing it. You know what I mean? A little, a tiny bit. Yeah, but she's acting. I'm just like teeny tiny.
It sounds like they did do it.
No, I don't think they did.
Okay.
I don't think so.
You're saying you can be a little bit gay?
Well, I'm just saying they're very bonded. They talk to each other 5 times a day.
They should rename that show Cluster F. I don't know how it would work.
It's very odd for a gay person to insult a person by calling them gay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To slam them. Because I've had that with gay guys. They go, oh, you're probably gay,
Yeah.
Well, they're not insulting you. Maybe they're giving you a compliment.
Insult? No, they say it as if, because they say, like, guys that are homophobic are actually gay, which is insane.
Right.
And, but they'll say stuff like that.
No, it's funny when really fat guys...
And when Rosie O'Donnell says, like, oh, hey, they're not having sex. As far as I know, gay ladies cannot have sex.
Yeah, they can do...
They can just have pillow fights or whatever. I mean, they can do what we do
can't have
before we have
intercourse.
sex.
Yeah, they can do what we can do.
Horseplay.
I think they call it foreplay.
I think they call it tomfoolery.
Well, Norm's told us that he's lost all interest in women.
Yeah, my dad used to say, knock it off, take it outside.
Now,
You guys going to be performing oral on each other? Take it outside.
You ever think about Rosie O'Donnell when you're doing it?
Good Lord.
No way, right?
Name some names.
Yeah, name some names of who you think about.
You know what Rosie O'Donnell would be good at giving?
What?
Really wide head.
Oh, that's funny. Does Rosie O'Donnell have the biggest head on the planet?
Yeah,
She really does. How much does her head weigh? Do you take a guess?
About her head weight?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that age-old argument, I'm not going to get into
You're not
that.
even going to get into it.
Yeah.
I see. And she's on the new $100 bill. Did you see her picture? It's pretty wild.
And come to think of it, I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like you.
He says, let me ask you a question. It's 4th down and 1. You're at the 1-yard line. You have the choice. You can head it to O.J. Simpson, Jim Brown, or Emmett Smith. I'd go with Rosie O'Donnell.
My next guest has played Allison Parker, one of the many dysfunctional but gorgeous residents of Melrose Place. Please welcome Courtney Thorne-Smith. Norm, you're sick and you're all over her like a bear rug. Just leave her alone.
No, because before, during the commercial, I was saying I had a huge crush on her.
Yeah.
And then you said you did, too.
I said I did. When you were on Day by Day, I developed this big crush on you, and this whole talk show is a scheme to get you here.
I liked it when she was on the Tomorrow Show with Tom Snyder. Not the Tomorrow Show, but the later show.
He says to me in the break,
You have no idea who I am.
Yeah, no, I know from that show, that's all.
he says to me, oh, I really like her. I saw her. I really think she's great. I really have a crush on her. And I said, where, you saw her in Noah's Place? He said, no, I was watching Tom Snyder, and she was on, and she was a great guest. And I said, wait a minute, that's the show that's opposite our show. Why weren't you watching our show, pal?
Because I wasn't on it that night.
All right, no, stay.
I dated a guy once. Well, we dated and we broke up. And to get back together, he gave me like this little G-string outfit. Like this little, and I was like, wait a minute. That's for you. That's not for me. So stuff like that is not good. Another guy gave me a keychain, a plastic keychain.
Well, that guy is a moron. How do I get the supermodel back? Hey, look, $1.99 at the airport. I heart New Jersey. He really gave you a
He gave me a
keychain?
plastic. I was going to bring it out, but I couldn't get it off of my keys, so I left it backstage. But he gave me a keychain.
Why didn't you bring out the G-string?
I love that my dirty uncle's here for this tonight. I tell you what you gotta do. You gotta bring out that G-string.
And I'm like, don't do that. That's not cool.
Yeah, thank you.
That's not cool. So this
I
is.
grew up in Alabama.
Multiple black eyes, landing on my butt a lot. It took a little while.
Okay.
Being crippled?
No. I didn't. No.
I should have warned you about him.
I know.
It's interesting what you say when you go, like, America's the greatest country in the world or something, because, like, imagine, like, you're just saying that on account of you live there, because let's say you hear a guy who goes, hey, man, Kenya, that's the greatest country in the world. You better believe that.
Hey.
We were at a party, man, remember?
We were. It was, are we allowed to even mention whose party it was? Because it's,
Oh, Jay Leno's.
No.
It's actually not true. It was. He would not have a party. Don't trust me.
That's fine with me about that owl. I don't give a hoot. I will say Kiki does not need tricks because I've never seen as breathtaking a girl in my life. And her smile is so genuine. It's unbelievable.
Why are you doing this to me? You're so sweet.
Is it called 9.5 seconds? Like he's premature ejaculator.
You know what happened? This is what happened. You know what happened? He said 9.5 seconds, and I'm looking at him because I know there's more.
No, I like guys who appeal to like the look. You know.
Wait a minute. Why are you looking at yourself while she's here?
Because I'm deathly pale. Look, see?
That was good.
I look like Nosferatu. Conan, I don't know if you agree with me.
Oh, here we go, folks.
I've always felt that anything that does not kill you makes you very weak. And almost killed.
Yeah.
This is a little bit like when Donahue met Marlowe. You guys.
He said, you guys.
Here we go. Even I don't get that one.
Hold down.
You're hilarious.
Yeah.
It was the first party I've been to in like 12 years. But it was fun seeing Todd, man. The Hangover was awesome. I hope the second one's...
Yeah.
Like my son was like, I don't know how they can do it again.
You realize you're not going to get to any of your things you're here to talk about. It's pretty much over now.
That's okay.
No, don't apologize. This is what happens when Norm comes to town.
But honest to God, The Hangover was one of the funniest movies I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Well, The Hangover 2 is going to be even better.
I hope, yeah.
That's a windmill. It does not, in fact, pump water, but it's pretty. I think everybody can enjoy, again, sturdy steel structure. That's...
You ever tilt at it?
What's tilt at the windmill?
Yeah, I thought that's what you did to them. Wait, do you know Robert Duvall?
I do. Norm, you're killing my flow here.
I'm sorry.
It's the Zeppelin. All right.
Are you talking about Melrose Place? No, because
You're the biggest ass I ever met. I trust you for it.
No, because I swear to God, and when I lived in L.A., I lived on the actual street called Melrose Place. There's an actual street.
There's a Melrose. Is there really a Melrose
There's really
place?
a Melrose Place.
Okay.
You know this, right?
Yes, it's true.
So they opened a restaurant called Melrose Place on it, and then it's right beside my house. And every time I go out, there's all these retards, like tourists, and these tourist retards, like they're always fat and they're taking pictures, standing in front of this restaurant.
Yeah.
All right, you got to come back when this masher isn't here.
I've got to come back with all you guys.
Yeah. I like this lineup. We got to take this on the road.
I was thinking the same thing.
You guys want to go on the road together and take this act around town?
I don't think I could survive it. I mean, right now, if you were to take my post, you'd have to subtract 8.
Maybe if you want to come up with like where to grab it and then call it something and I'll bring it out.
Oh, what about a
contest?
Like...
Now, here we go. Here we go.
No, she asked, but I like that crippler.
Yeah.
What about the long-suffering death?
Oh. That's a different one. That's different.
Let's watch her open this run up right here. It'll be another big 900. Oh, God. Wowzers.
It actually looks easy.
Yeah.
I know. No, I know it's not. I don't mean to insult you in any way because I know how difficult it is, but because it's snow, you're like, woo! Yeah, like I went to Vegas a couple weeks ago and a funny thing happened. Hey, Andy.
Hi.
And a funny thing happened there in Vegas, right? I go there, to gamble. I meet a couple of midgets,
couple of midgets?
Yeah.
Little people, I call them.
Well, I don't think of people as little people.
Yeah, your word's better.
Yeah.
Go ahead anyway. You meet a couple of midgets.
I know a lot of people in show business talk about the little people.
Right.
But I think everybody's the same. The midgets, the regular people.
Okay.
You know? We're all human beings.
We're all human beings. That's good. You're not.
Beings.
That's good. You have a good attitude.
Some of us are, short and have weird big heads. So, anyway, these guys.
You're writing a book.
Yes.
How to be a model.
Yes. The Complete Idiot's Guide to Getting into Modeling.
So, like, rule number 1, be incredibly beautiful. I mean, what are the things that you can do?
I know rule number 2.
Yeah.
Don't be a midget.
No. Stop it. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Hey, let me ask you this. Did you ever toss a prostitute off a bridge?
What's the first one?
Must be.
A quick question.
Good
I'm sorry.
God.
I'm sorry.
When I pick up the blue
Why
card.
is it that in some sports, like beach volleyball or snowboarding, the women are breathtakingly beautiful, and you would think they would be big, big. So you think they'd be big monsters of ladies?
Why would you think that, though?
Well, like softball.
We can't be women and that's what I'm trying to.
But what's the movie going to be called? Really?
I know what it's going to be called.
Yeah, what's that?
If it's got Carrot Top in it, you know what a good name for it would be?
What's that, Norm?
Box Office Poison.
What about my career?
Courtney Thorne-Smith, the girl sitting to your left, is in the movie.
I'm going to go see it for fun.
How do you steer everybody else away?
No, I love this girl. I would see any movie with this girl in it. She's a beautiful lady and a talented, nice talk show guest.
As evidenced by her appearance on our rival show. All right, well, there's this 2-hour season finale of Melrose Place. There's this movie coming out.
Yes.
Title undetermined at this point.
Chairman of the board.
Oh, all right. Do something with that, you freak.
I bet the board is spelled B-O-R-E-D.
We're going to take a break now. We're going to have Collective Soul in a second. Courtney Thorne-Smith, we hope she's still our friend. We do love you.
So, Norm, your book, based on a true story, reads like a novelistic memoir. The central narrative is reminiscent of Hunter S. Thompson's Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and you've got bits of Jack London, Steinbeck, and maybe just a dash of Tolstoy sprinkled in there for good measure. I'm curious about what you were hoping to accomplish with the book. Do you see it as kind of a parody of celebrity memoirs, an homage to your favorite authors, or is it something else entirely?
No, what I wanted to do was make the greatest comic novel of all time because I love reading, but when it comes to comedy, it's incredibly hard to write comedy. You know, Mark Twain is funny.
Oh, yeah.
To an extent, he's funny. John Kennedy O'Toole's novel was funny.
A Confederacy of Dunces, yeah.
To an extent, it was funny, but it wasn't gut-busting funny. So I wanted to make a book that was, I knew I couldn't make it as strong as my stand-up. First of all, it's fiction. It really bothers me that it's on the nonfiction. Mm-hmm. New York Times considers it nonfiction because it's ridiculous. And I've had arguments with them because just because it says a memoir on the title is meaningless. You know, that's just the title. Anyways, no, that's what I was aiming to do, was to write the funniest novel that's ever been written.
Yeah, gut busting.
Yeah.
One of the great things about the book is that it's unlike any other works of comedy I've ever encountered, whereas a lot of books by celebrities are confessional, telling the story behind the story. With this book, you turn that model on its head. You'll take a kernel of truth and spin it into a ridiculous story, like the time you worked on SNL and ended up with a 40-year prison sentence for contracting a hitman to kill a writer. And some reviewers have said the book ridicules audiences looking for some juicy gossip. Does that criticism hold any water for you? Is that something you were trying to do?
No, I wasn't trying to do it, but I did immediately understand that backstage holds nothing. Like in show business, backstage is just you're eating a sandwich trying to figure out what to do on stage. So, on stage is the real thing. And so what I was trying to do with the book to make that point strongly was to make the book not backstage either, but rather on stage. I wanted to make the book a work, not talking about some other work,
A novel as opposed to nonfiction. Yeah, and my sense is that maybe another reason why you wanted to turn your life into this work of fiction is because you're not a fan of confessional comedy, right? I've read that somewhere.
Oh, no, I'm not. No, this is a new thing that I didn't even know about until a couple of years ago, and I started noticing it in clubs, and it was maddening. I didn't like it at all.
Why not?
Well, because I was always taught that the nature of art was to conceal, not to reveal. When people confess things, and they're told how brave they are, because they have cancer or something, and they talk about it. Well, everyone has cancer. I mean, it's not rare at all. The brave thing to do if you have cancer is to not talk about it, is to just have it and keep it a secret and don't burden anyone with it. All you're doing is burdening people with those things.
You think so? You don't think it can ever be helpful to share this story for other people going through, in this case, going through cancer, dealing with cancer? You don't think that?
It might be, but I certainly doubt that's its intent. Its intent is to bask in the pity.
So it's kind of narcissistic, would it be fair to say, almost?
It's incredibly narcissistic. These are private things.
Yeah. Have you ever read Nick Tosh's 1992 biography of Dean Martin? It's called...
Yes.
You have?
Dino.
Yeah, excellent. Dino, living high in the dirty business of dreams. The reason I ask is because you've read it, you know this, but our listeners won't know this. One of Tosh's central arguments in the book is that Dean Martin approached his life and career with this thing called menefregissimo, an Italian word meaning I don't give an F. And it seems to me that you have a lot of that same spirit of menefregissimo, and that is a big part of your appeal and success. I would even go so far as to say that you could be described as the Dean Martin of stand-up comedy. Or maybe it would be more accurate to say that Dean Martin is the Norm MacDonald of male vocalists. What do you think? Do you think you've got the menefregissimo going on?
Dean Martin is my hero of all time. He's like my number one guy.
Really?
When I was a little kid, I would watch the Dean Martin show.
Sure. Gold Diggers, him coming down the fire pole?
Yes.
Yeah.
And something resonated with me that everything else seemed false, but he seemed real within that false framework. I always remember this sketch he did because he would get giant stars on the show, So it was him and Ruth Buzzy. They're in a cold water flat. They're supposed to be a couple. And she's in complete Ruth Buzzy garb with the handbag and everything.
Yeah, the old lady routine that she does, Gladys, I think the name was, that she would do with Artie Johnson on Laughing.
Exactly. And Dean Martin is wearing a tuxedo.
Yeah.
The same tuxedo that he had on for the opening monologue.
Yeah.
And he's just standing, reading from a card, not even looking at her. And she's acting up a awful storm, There's a knock on the door. It's Sinatra, who's also wearing a tux. Oh, they also have a drink and a cigarette in their hands.
Oh, of course.
So they walk in, the sketch, and then Dean Martin sees something. I'll never forget this. He starts laughing, and he walks up and he looks at the cue card, and he picks it up and starts reading it and laughing at how funny because he's never seen it before. So I don't know. It's sort of dereliction of duty in a way, you could say, but to me it was hysterical as a child. So yeah, Dean Martin was a gigantic influence in my life.
It's funny that you stumbled onto that.
So Dean Martin's this huge influence. Is that the thing you took, the thing that I see in a lot of your comedy, the menefregissimo, the I don't give an F attitude?
Yes, I stole that from Dean Martin, note for note.
Wow. Okay.
But I love that thing. I forgot that phrase. What do you call it?
Menefregissimo. That's what Tosha calls it. It's a real word. It's like actually, I looked it up. It's in Wiktionary. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fun to say.
Menefregissimo, yeah. I would order that.
Yeah. Yeah, menefregissimo with a little marinara on the side. Yeah, I would order it too.
Menefregissimo. I love that. Yeah.
So something else I read in terms of just writing a joke, that one of the things you often aspire to is you like to have a setup and punchline that are as close together as possible in terms of the wording. Right?
Yes. That was something that I tried to do on Weekend Update specifically, not in stand-up. Because it was a parody of the news, it needed to have the setup be a very rigidly written sentence that a newsman would say, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly like a newsman would say. Since it had that, I thought the punchline and the setup, if they were exactly the same, would be great, because then you're just pointing out the absurdity of the setup, you know? Mm-hmm. Oftentimes in a joke, I would do the setup and everyone would laugh, and then you don't even have to go on, you know? Because you can't comment on something that everybody already finds ridiculous and funny.
Yeah. Can you give me an example? Is there a joke that's come the closest, something that you told on Weekend Update that came closest to the setup and punchline almost matching word for word?
Yes, there was one joke. Lyle Lovett and Julie Roberts are getting divorced. The reason insiders cite is that she's Julie Roberts and he's Lyle Lovett.
Yeah, that's great, because they seem like such an odd couple. So yeah, you use the newsman setup, and then that is a classic. What is the biggest laugh you ever got? Like, you've gotten thousands, I guess, in all the years you've been doing stand-up. Is there one moment that you can point to as one of the biggest laughs or the most satisfying laughs you ever got?
No, I can't, because this is why. Because in live stand-up, this is something I learned also, because I was always afraid to speak to the audience, and I also thought it was very hackneyed to speak to the audience.
Oh, like to interact with them.
Yes, to interact with the crowd. And so I would just stare into the lights and do my jokes. As time went on and I gained a little maturity, I understood it was only fear that stopped me from talking to the audience, and that's what the audience loves. That's what makes it a live event. Otherwise, they could just watch it on YouTube, you know? They could just watch your act or just read your act off a piece of paper. So what they want is interaction. So that's why I can't cite the biggest laugh, because that's where the biggest laugh would come, organically out of a conversation with people.
Yeah.
I think about laughter quite a bit. And when you say, like, the biggest laugh, I find it very interesting. I was just thinking about this last week. The biggest laughs you'll ever hear in life are like at a Thanksgiving dinner with a bunch of loved ones. And nothing funny is said, you know? Mm-hmm. But there's this laughter that's going through the room. And it just comes from love. So I've been talking about love a lot in my act lately, because I find that to be a taboo subject.
I find that surprising. Why do you find love to be a taboo subject?
Well, no one talks about it. You know, no one finds any comedy in it. And yet it's central to everything there is.
Do you think because so much of comedy is based on conflict, love is difficult to turn into jokes?
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Can you give me an example of a joke about love that you've told that you're particularly happy with?
Well, I talk about how much we don't love, you know, and how we can walk beside a homeless guy that's pleading for money and ignore him and stuff. Mm-hmm. I talk about, like, how a dog can love, and that's all it does, really, is love. Mm-hmm. You know, we can't even keep up with the dog. But now, this sounds not funny at all, as I say it.
Yeah.
But when I say it in a club, it catches people off guard. That's what it does. Because you're not supposed to be talking about that. You're supposed to be cynical. And I used to be cynical. I used to be a very cynical person.
So when did you stop being such a cynical person? What was the turning point?
I don't know. Just as I aged, just as anybody grows, you know.
Yeah.
Just constant introspection and seeing that what you do maybe is hollow or something, and so you have to change all the time.
Do you see or have you seen your work as a stand-up comedian as hollow?
Yeah. My earlier work, yeah.
Yeah, because you're constantly improving and growing.
Yeah, I talked of nothing of consequence or significance. I do love comics that talk about minutiae.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a comic named Brian Regan that I love, and Jerry Seinfeld.
Sure, yeah, the master of it.
And in some ways, I think those guys are the deepest of anybody because they talk about the stuff of life, you know, the little things.
Yeah, life is made up of the details.
Yeah, exactly. So I certainly love that, but I guess my mind goes toward the more ethereal, especially as of late. You know, I live alone, I think a lot, so I sort of live in a fantasy world more than I wouldn't know what's inside a grocery store, you know.
It has its pros and cons to live in a fantasy world.
It has its pros and cons, yeah. You could lose your mind, that's the con.
Yeah.
But the pro is everything turns out all right.
Menefregismo, menefregista, se il menefregismo, 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 menefregismo.
Norm MacDonald is a stand-up comedian and a fictional memoirist. His new book is called Based on a True Story, a memoir. His new stand-up special debuts on Netflix on Tuesday, May 9th. It's called Norm MacDonald, Hitler's Dog, Gossip, and...
Yeah, well, I thought this was a memoir. I thought this was...
No, it only says a memoir on it, but it's a novel. I don't know, so I was angry when it was in the nonfiction.
Yeah.
Because it's a memoir. It says a memoir, it doesn't mean anything.
Right.
It's like if you bought Grapes of Wrath, you're like, hey, there's no grapes.
Yeah.
Or you put it in the grape section. That's smart.
Yeah.
Then everybody will find Grapes of Wrath.
Yeah.
People that like grapes.
Okay, listen.
Norm is perfectly capable of like shaving and putting on a little Grecian formula and putting a tie and a suit on and going to New York and doing a really funny, kick-ass 5-minute stand-up comedy set. But then you talk to him about doing podcasts or projects or teaming up or whatever. It's like, Norm can't leave his apartment because if he gets up, he'll kick over a jug of urine and he'll lose his cleaning deposit, and he does not drive. He does not drive himself. Oh, no, he does not. By the way, move to L.A. and then make the proclamation, I don't drive. And it's like saying I can't be employed. Like, he should just fucking take ropes and put himself onto the bed like James Caan in Misery. Like,
he doesn't drive?
No, he does not drive.
Why?
He has a helper person, female, whatever. So it's so insane. And then, people tweet me all the time like, hey, get Norm on, man. You guys are dynamite together. Everyone loves you and Norm together. And I'm like, it would be awesome if he was capable of getting inside of a Volvo and propelling himself in my direction.
Where does he live?
He lives somewhere on the west side, sort of beach city.
Oh, he's in L.A.?
Yeah, he's in L.A.
Okay. All right.
He does not drive.
Well, that can be fixed.
I agree.
Are you taking his beautiful Dave Letterman moment and making it about the fact that you can't get him to do anything with you?
That's exactly what's happening. Yeah.
I just see the guy. I'm seeing it because he is so good when he wants to be good, and he's puts himself together and it's perfect, and then you see him and he's got like a gray beard and he's walking around with Kleenex boxes on for slippers, and it's like, look, just fucking learn, get your driver's license and come on out.
Yeah, join the rest of us.
It's in
society.
So, well, no, I feel like Norm's talent is being wasted in Norm's apartment instead of out with us.
Which I believe now. See, I don't know anything about what Norm's doing. You catch him every now and then on a clip. You catch him. Maybe he calls in somewhere, and I've seen him there. He seems to tweet a lot now, though. He'll tweet.
Guess what you can do from your living room.
He'll watch an entire round of golf, the Masters. He'll tweet every shot. He'll go on long rants. Well, he showed up at the SNL thing.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's the whole thing.
He's capable.
He cleans himself up, he shaves, he puts on a suit, and he goes out and does a really funny stand-up set.
And you wouldn't even need him to clean himself up or a suit. I'm wearing pajamas right now with slippers.
I'm wearing fucking practically pajamas myself. I know. All I'm saying is he is one of the funniest guys on the planet.
Oh,
it would
so
be
funny.
nice if he could, somebody just backhand him and yell, "Get hold of yourself." And then, give him a shot of vermouth or something and go, let's go. We're going down to fucking DMV.
Maybe that's
We're getting
you.
a license. I think I told him.
That guy sounds hot.
It's either that or Gilbert Godfrey. I can't remember. But I told one of them, I will teach you how to drive.
But you don't need to. If in his position, he can get someone to drive him places. Oh, there's Uber. I love Uber. Oh, you hate Uber?
No, I love it. I just can't. It's impossible.
The answer, yes, is you could get someone to do it.
Has he never
Maybe
driven?
he just has a social phobia that only goes away when he goes to New York for major television farewells and finales.
Was there a driving-related trauma? I don't want to belabor this, but I'm fascinated.
No, there are many people that they're allowed to just announce to the world that they're nuts, essentially. And then they can do whatever idiosyncratic behavior they like, and then everyone just sort of covers for them. They go, Gilbert Godfrey or Norm or whoever, everyone goes, oh, well, they don't drive. But no one ever goes, why the fuck not? I've been driving since I was 15 and a half.
That's
no
like
big deal.
Bill Cosby doesn't have sex with women who are awake. That was his thing.
That's his thing.
He announced
how
it.
it is.
Maybe he
That's the
should have announced it.
He should have.
Yeah, we've been forgiving.
As a matter of fact, I told Annie earlier that she said, well, how did you and Norm meet? I said, I always would end up, it's not like we hung out at, the deli every night together, but Norm and I always ended up at these functions that we kind of had to be at. And I said, well, probably the way Norm and I really bonded was because we were the only other person that we wanted to talk to there. Right. Like we'd just end up in the corner talking to each other because we'd be looking around thinking, why are we here? When we did Armageddon, it was like the first time I'd ever been in a big movie, and I was sitting
here, right?
It was here at Culver Studios. That's right, and so. I was sitting there with Owen Wilson, and Owen, not many people knew Owen at the time. He wasn't as big a deal yet, and Steve Buscemi was there, and Will Patton, and we were all sitting over here, and here's Jerry Bruckheimer and Michael Bay and Bruce Willis and all these cats, and I was sitting over there, and Buscemi was looking over at Owen, and they was looking at me, and all of a sudden Buscemi looks at me and he goes, what the fuck are we doing here?
That's a great Buscemi.
That's a good Buscemi impression.
And he was right. I was like, what were we? I mean, and the movie.
Well, everybody's so fucking handsome. Also, and then especially when they're crowded parties, you're like, whoa, the guy fucking right there. And then also you don't remember what he was in, or
Yeah.
I read.
It's frightening, those people.
I couldn't imagine being at one of those.
And then I feel like they're at every party. Like I know David Spade is a really funny guy. Yeah. But he goes to every party and every red carpet, and I'm like, man, I don't know how you do that. Like, it's got to be exhausting.
Yeah.
As well as maintaining a career.
Right, I know. I mean, well, I know David a little bit, and he's got that type of personality, I think, maybe where he can do that, I get, tongue-tied, and they always ask me some, stupid question that I don't really want to answer, and then I always end up answering it anyway, you know what I mean? Right. And the next thing you know.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, who's this Mr. Smarty Pants. He's one of those astrophysicists. I don't even know if that's what he is, but he's a smart guy who talks about the universe. He says the universe is blind to our sorrows and indifferent to our pains. Have a nice day.
I love Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Now, that's a clever little quip, but there's a mistake there. Not a typo or anything. I mean a mistake in the theory. Can anyone tell what the mistake in the theory is? I didn't until I saw Norm MacDonald. Norm MacDonald caught it. He says, Neil, there is a logic flaw in your title little aphorism and seems quite telling. That seems quite telling. Since you and I are part of the universe, then we would also be indifferent and uncaring. Perhaps you forgot, Neil, that we are not superior to the universe, but merely a fraction of it. Nice day indeed.
Oh.
Boom, bam. So that's how our brains are conditioned in the Western world to see ourselves as separate from the universe. We're not separate from the universe. We are the universe. We're not separate from life. We are life. And there is no opposite of life. You go, what do you mean? There's death. Death is the opposite of birth. There is no opposite of life.
We're all interconnected.
We're all one energy. And that's what Neil deGrasse Tyson forgot, that there isn't the universe and us. We are the universe. So the universe really isn't isn't blind to our sorrows and indifferent to our pains. It recognizes it through us. We are the consciousness of the universe. We are consciousness expressed through us. So why does the universe even happen? Why does the universe? So it can know itself. So we can expand, create, look at it, and now we're the eyes and the consciousness of the universe. We can see ourselves. Anyway, I just thought that was pretty interesting that a comedian outsmarted a smarty pants.
The news, I mean, some of the news I understand, like, but that news isn't real news, you know what I mean? It's just odd, crazy, like Tiger Woods, who's still in it, in this tournament, which is depressing for me because I like Tiger and stuff. And then, Tiger victimized himself, first of all, his family, but and all these women and everything. But he also victimized the golf fan, me. You know what I mean? The guy, I believed in him and I trusted him, and so it was kind of sad for me because I don't care if a guy wants to lie down with ladies and stuff like that. I understand that's a thing guys like to do, but I don't like hypocrisy. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like a hypocrite. And to me, Tiger, when I was watching him, he always presented himself to me as a golfer. I always thought he was a great golfer. I watched him my whole, life. And he'd be in the sand hitting it out, and then the golf ball would come real close, you know what I mean, to the hole. And then he'd put it in and go like that and everything. So I was all happy. I go, man, that guy's a golfer. People would ask me, who's Tiger Woods? I go, he's a golfer. Right? Now, I had no idea he was leading this double life where by day he was a golfer and by night he was laying down with ladies. Otherwise, I never would have bought the Buick. Now I'm driving around a Buick, people snickering at me and stuff, Whatever. No, but he's a sex addict, and that's a hard one. I imagine that's a tough one to kick. Wouldn't that be the worst? Like those meetings, like a sexaholic. What if they have those meetings? What do they call them?
They always say aholic. It only really works with alcohol. Like sex, AA, yeah, for sex. That would be a weird, I don't know how that would go. But, you know, if you haven't had sex for like a year or something, and then you don't want to hear about some guy's relapse. You know? Guy's like, I've been weak. Oh, no, you don't have to tell us. I met her in a bar. She was gorgeous. Please. You have to hug the guy. That's too bad. That's terrible. Well, we all, whatever. But I don't even know if sex, I don't even know if that's a thing. I don't know, you know. It's weird to me because if you're an addict, if you're a heroin addict, you're addicted to heroin. The more heroin you do, the more addicted you are. Booze addict, you're addicted to booze. More booze you do, bigger addict you are, you know. So to me, if you're a sex addict, let's say, you know, sometimes you meet these guys like, hey, man, this guy's 70 years old, and he's been married since he was 20. Still happy, still have a healthy sex life, still has sex with his wife, you know, every week or so, you know. Then wouldn't you think, that guy's a sex addict? He is a sex addict to such a degree that he's willing to have sex with a 70-year-old lady. That's hitting bottom there, you know. If you're going around getting a whole bunch of different ladies, that's not a sex addict. That's just a beautiful lady addict. I don't know what you call that. But if you're willing to just anything at all, just whatever's beside you after 50 years, you're like, I don't like you anymore, but or whatever they do. Whatever noise they make. An injured Tiger Woods withdrawing from the Player Championship on Thursday after only 9 holes. 9 holes, or as Tiger calls it, 3 ladies. When asked about Tiger Woods, fellow golfer John Daly said that Tiger's problem was that he wasn't getting sex from his wife. You know, it's never a good sign in life when you're getting advice from this guy right here. Not exactly Dear A.B. As we mentioned, Tiger Woods bowed out of the Players' Championship, citing pain in his left leg. What might have caused that? For the answer, let's go to sports show correspondent, the late Burgess Meredith.
Women weaken legs.
As always, thank you, late Burgess Meredith. Top story tonight, Tiger Woods fell out of the top 10 in the world golf rankings for the first time in 14 years. This is a valuable lesson for all you young golfers. Never stop And finally, Tiger Woods, a whoremonger no more. Which brings us to this week's What the H? What the H is going on with Tiger Woods? As we all saw on Sunday, the guy can't even sink 3-foot putts at Augusta anymore. Why? Because we are still in his head. That's why. When I first heard about the scandal, like everybody else, I was shocked. You know, I was like, hey, wait a minute. Are you telling me that Tiger Woods, the $6 billion man, the greatest athlete in the world, the super handsome, charismatic guy, you're telling me that that guy likes to lie down with ladies? I don't buy it. I don't buy it for a minute. then, when it was proved true, I got all self-righteous. I was like, I don't like hypocrites. He's a public figure, and that's not how he presented himself in public. He always presented himself in public as a golfer. I didn't know he was leading some kind of double life where he golfed by day and then laid down with ladies by night. If I'd known that, I never would have bought the Buick. Now I'm driving around in my Buick with everybody snickering at me. And listen, how naive was I? You know, what did I think Tiger's life was? You know, was he like, hey, I've won 4 straight majors. What should I do now? I know. I'll go back to my hotel room all by myself. Okay, here I am in my hotel room. Let me just close my hotel room window. Too many ladies chanting my name out there. I know, I'll order some room service. Hello. Yes, I'd like to order... hello, Nicole. I'd like to order a chicken breast sandwich. No, if I wanted a job to end all jobs, I would have asked for one. I want a chicken breast sandwich with a pickle. So anyways, Tiger has admitted that he is a sex addict, but what is a sex addict? Now, take my Uncle Bert, for example. A fine fellow. He's been married to my Aunt Ruth for the last 50 years, and they still have a wonderful, healthy sex life. Now, ask yourself this. How addicted to sex do you have to be to have sex thousands of times over half a century with this thing? If you're looking for a sex addict, I'll give you a sex addict. Uncle Bert. Now, also, Tiger is different than you and me. Now, how many chances do we have in our life to commit adultery? Maybe 10. So if we stray once, it's not even 10. We just think it's 10. If we stray once, that's 10%. Now, Tiger may have had sex with 50 or 60 girls, but what about the 3 million he could have but didn't? You got to factor those gals in. Then that makes the percentage 0.0000000006, which statistically is 0. So, from a strictly mathematical standpoint, Tiger Woods is the most faithful man who has ever lived. All right, so let's get out of his head and let Tiger be Tiger. What the H?
It seemed like it bothered you during those years when you're doing the show that there was even any debate that this guy might not be innocent. So you kept in the updates, you kept twisting the knife with the jokes, but like it felt like there was some real conviction.
Well, because I really, I knew a lot of black guys were my buddies, and I was like, really? You think he's innocent? And they were like, yeah, good guy. So it was like they knew he was guilty, but they weren't, they were willing to. And I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Until Beretta killed his wife.
Oh.
And then suddenly I go, now I know why all the black guys are saying that. Because I was like, nah, he's innocent, because I loved Beretta. When I was a kid, that was a great Beretta. And then, and so Beretta had the worst alibi of all time, I remember. He was like, no, I didn't shoot my wife. It couldn't have been me. I have an alibi. At the time, I was picking up my gun in a restaurant. So how could it be me? I was in the restaurant getting my gun. I came back. My wife was shot. I don't know what happened. Got a gunshot in the head. But anyways, he got off, and he went cowboying.
Did he get off? Why don't I remember that?
Yeah.
So who did they think killed his wife?
They're pretty sure it was somebody else that he perhaps hired. There was a very funny Bonnie Lee Bakley, who was his concubine, but there's tapes that I listened to from the National Enquirer of her phoning her wife for her phoning her sister because she was becoming suspicious that something might not be on the up and up with Robert Blake. who was treating her very well and taking her on vacation. So anyways, the one time he took her to Big Bear, right? The next day she phoned her sister and she said, I think something's going on. Because last night I woke up in the middle of the night and Phil was there, who was his bodyguard, you know, Robert Blake's bodyguard. So she says, I think something might not be going right because I woke up in the middle of the night and I could have sworn Phil was standing above me, looking down at me, and then he ran out of the room going, I can't do it, boss, I can't do it. Stop. So anyways, that was, you don't have to be the guy with the big magnifying glass to figure out that one.
I'll tell you what I do like in the news, the big murder trials, you know, because I can follow that, you know. And now we have the greatest one that's coming up, you know, because it's the best when celebrities are up for murder, because then you know the guy, you know. And so, right? So they selected the jurors for the Robert Blake trial, so that will move on, and I'm happy about that, because I love Robert Blake. Ever since I was a kid, watched him. Beretta, my favorite show. God damn, that was a good show. I will say one thing about Robert Blake. The guy appears to have not the greatest alibi I have ever heard. Seems to be a relatively weak alibi to me. You know, and I'm no jurisprudence, you know, I don't know. But this is his alibi as far as I can figure it out. He goes, it couldn't have been me who shot my wife in the secluded area over by the side of the ditch. On account, I have an alibi. Oh, where were you? I had to go back to the restaurant. I forgot my gun. Then I got my gun. I went back to where my wife is, and goddamn, somebody shot her. Now, so I don't know what alibis he discarded before he decided to go with that one, but see, this is the thing with celebrity trials, you know, is that it really gets the country all worked up. Because the last celebrity murder, of course, we had was the O.J. Simpson murder, and what happened there is O.J. Simpson was acquitted of murder, you know, and then all the black people thought that O.J. was innocent. And all the white people thought that O.J. was guilty. So what happened was it created a racial divide in the country. I read that in a magazine. It created a... But what that means is, of course, the races were divided, you know? And that's no good, you know? So I was figuring, maybe, what do you think of this? Maybe we let Robert Blake off and call it even. And then... All right, folks. Well, God bless you all, and God bless America. Across the Great Plains, harsh weather and hungry boll weevils are the cause of one of the worst cotton harvests in years. Or so the Germans would have us believe. Last Sunday's National Hockey League game between the Buffalo Sabres and the Tampa Bay Lightning was postponed due to record snowfall in Buffalo. Or so the Germans would have us believe. This year's lack of snow in Alaska could help generate a surplus of moose next year, because deep snow makes it harder for moose to search for food, which leaves them more vulnerable to wolves. Or so the Germans would have us believe. In Fort Pierce, Florida, many Bell South customers will no longer pay long-distance phone rates for nearby calls.
but will instead be charged with a flat rate of 25 cents. Or so the Germans would have us believe. In Little Rock, Arkansas, a consumer group is proceeding with a petition drive to get a proposal on the November ballot that would exempt food from state sales tax. Or so the Germans would have us believe. In St. Louis, archaeologists will use special radar on nearby landfills in an effort to find the 70-foot axle from a Ferris wheel, which was the centerpiece of the 1904 World's Fair. Or so the Germans would have us believe. And finally, last year, German Shepherds were rated the nation's most effective police dogs by far, sniffing out more than $100 million worth of illegal drugs. Or so the German Shepherds would have us believe. After numerous requests, the National Institute of Health has finally granted funds to the University of New Mexico in order to test mice for the deadly hantavirus. Although I'm sure the government would have acted a lot sooner if instead of mice, the hantavirus was killing off rich white guys. And in Brunswick, Maine, an outbreak of the deadly canine parvovirus has led to the local Humane Society killing many of its dogs. Gee, I wonder if the Humane Society would kill off victims of canine parvo if instead of dogs, they were rich old white guys. Wildlife officials in Maryland say that increased hunting will be necessary to control the state's black bear population. Gee, I wonder if hunting would be the answer if instead of overpopulation of black bears, there were an overpopulation of rich old white men. Yeah. Yeah. Then I wonder.
That was very fun. Where the hell have you actually been, though? What happened?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I should have told you.
Yeah, you should have, because we had a lot of good guests. We had a lot of hard work.
I threw away my phone, so if you try to get a hold of me.
Yeah, I tried calling you over and over again. The week after Gilbert.
Gilbert was the... Did you keep doing the podcast?
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
We literally canceled on the president. We had Barack Obama was in the studio.
Barack Hussein Obama?
Yeah, Barack Obama was in the studio.
He was going to do it?
Yeah, he was lined up. And you weren't around or answering your phone, so he ended up doing Zach Galifianakis's.
He did Zach Galifianakis' show?
Yeah.
I have a feud with Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, that's not going to help.
That's not going to help the feud.
Point to Zach.
Oh, well.
We had so many good guests lined up.
Things came up.
You flew all. I don't know where you went. We had Mickey Rooney.
Mickey Rooney?
Yeah.
That'd be great. We should get him.
No, he died.
Mickey Rooney died?
He died last week. Where have you been?
Oh, Mount Ararat.
Where is that?
It's far away. I've had a weird 7 months, I got to tell you.
What happened?
Well, it started. I was plagued by dreams.
What kind of dreams? What are you talking about?
Well, nightmares. God came to me.
You spoke to God through your dreams?
Yeah, told me to build an ark.
Okay, so told you to build an ark.
Yeah, he had some plan. He said I should build an ark and then get 2 of every animal on Earth.
That sounds familiar. Okay, so you built an ark?
Well, I don't know. What's an ark when you think about it? You know what I mean?
It's a large vessel.
Well, that's what God said. So many cubits and all that.
So you went out and got 2 of every animal?
Yeah, well, I got 2 dogs. I borrowed them from Elaine Boozler.
Okay.
And then I got 2 cats. They were my own.
Okay.
And
Kitty and Bobby.
Kitty and Bobby, yeah, you know them.
Yeah.
Princess Kitty McMahon and Bobby. And Bobby died. She fell off Mount Ararat. That's where I was building the ark.
Why would you go up to Mount Ararat? You didn't want to build...
Because God kept saying there was going to be a fucking flood.
Oh. Well, so that's where you've been for the last 8 months. You've been... How long did it take to build? So you were on the Mount Ararat, built the ark.
Yeah.
No flood came.
I don't know how to build arks. No.
Didn't God give you instructions?
Nah.
So you're up there with Bobby, Princess Kitty McMahon, and Elaine Boozler's 2 dogs.
Here's
for some
the problem.
reason.
When you have a dream like that, you go, is it really God? Or was it just my dream? Was it just a fantasy in my mind? You know? Because I stopped doing a whole bunch of pills. That's when the dream started.
Good Lord.
Yeah. And then he told me to murder my son.
Jesus, Norm.
Yeah. So anyways, I take my son up to Mount Ararat, show him the ark. The ark is, my son's like, it looks like a bunch of shit. I'm like, don't swear, Dylan, you know. Meanwhile, I know I'm about to murder him, you know. So I got a big stick, you know, that I thought I could murder him with. That it was meant for the ark. And I say, Dylan, what do you think of the view of Mount Ararat, right? And I go to hit him in the back, thinking that'll knock him off Mount Ararat. And
that's terrible.
He'll plunge to his death. Yeah, but then I'll be in God's favor. So I hit him with the thing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't knock him off.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. And he beats the shit out of me. Right? My own son. Does any of this make sense?
No. The dream's gone away.
Adam, I made all this up.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
It's a lesson.
Man, am I red in the face?
It's a lesson to where extremism can take you.
Well, I think you've made your point.
Everything in moderation. You know what I mean?
Right.
Extremism, what could it lead to?
What could lead to you trying to murder your own child?
Exactly.
Okay.
I've made it all up.
Okay.
It's a fable.
You had me. You're good.
Thanks.
You're good.
No. So, but one big news story: Twister is the big what do you call it? Movie. Yeah. Twister's the big movie, and I got some news. Apparently now they're thinking about Oscars for the movie.
Yeah.
They're thinking of Best Actor for The Wind. Before the show, you said that stunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were right. I don't know about politics. All I know is yesterday it was windy.
Now, you see, to me...
You know that,
right? Yeah. To me, Norm, this sounds like a topic you can sink your teeth into.
Yeah, exactly.
It was windy.
This is what the people really care about. Yesterday in New York, you guys know how windy it was, right? Yeah. I'll tell you, it was so windy. I was walking down the street. I seen a robin. You know them robins?
Yeah.
He was pulling like a worm out of the ground.
Yeah.
Got whiplash. I never saw anything like it. You know robins pull worms out of the ground? No, I've never seen a robin. But no,
That's pretty windy, yeah?
I saw Glenn Campbell in the street. You know Glenn Campbell?
Sure, yeah.
His hair moved. It was crazy.
No one's made a Glenn Campbell joke since like 1977. Somebody made fun of Glenn Campbell's hair. What happened? Did an old man sell that to you on the way to the show? Hey, I got one for you, Sonny. Try this one.
Yeah.
Man, Glenn Campbell's going to be watching at home like, man, I can't believe it.
Yeah. Johnny Carson put me in his will. He's not dead, though, right?
That's a windmill. It does not, in fact, pump water, but it's pretty. I think everybody can enjoy, again, sturdy steel structure. That's...
You ever tilt at it?
What's tilt at the windmill?
Yeah, I thought that's what you did to them. Wait, do you know Robert Duvall?
I do. Norm, you're killing my flow here.
I'm sorry.
You're killing my flow. Okay, here's a windmill.
Wait, you're not me?
Norm! Your two options were attack and fly away.
I love you. Let's bump the pit bulls.
Not salad tossing.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I had a look at your Twitter feed. First of all, what do you like about Twitter? Because you're pretty good on it.
I like Twitter because you can just think of stupid things and then immediately force them on people.
What was?
I didn't know you could do a bunch of stupid things. I did because Twitter came out, I guess, a long time ago, and I thought it was people like celebrities going, "Hey, I'm eating an egg over at this restaurant, an egg restaurant or something." That's what I thought it was about. So I said, well, that seems stupid. But then my buddy was telling me, no, you can just write stupid jokes. And so I do that. And then the fun part is you read the comments and everyone hates you.
Well, what was the line you had about Gaddafi?
Gaddafi was the poisonous tyrant Muammar Gaddafi, the psychopath, is missing. Geez, I hope he's all right. Sometimes people get mad at me for a tweet. It's bizarre. And sometimes it's like a real, benign one. You know, that's when they're usually most mad. And I remember one time, I just had watched Soylent Green, you know?
Yeah.
So I tweeted, I didn't know Soylent Green was people. I've watched that movie 10 times. And a guy just told me Soylent Green was people, you know? And people got so mad, everybody's typing, they're like, what are you, an idiot? Of course it's Soylent Green is people, you know?
Here's another tweet. You said, I'm going to die one day. That's what really kills me. And
that's a good tweet.
That was one of yours.
I like that one.
Academy Awards were on, so I said, oh, fuck, I'll just watch the Academy Awards and I'll tweet all the time, all the way through the Academy Awards. And it was so fucking fun.
You liked it.
Oh, my God.
You got were you vicious to the people up there? Did you find the Academy Awards boring?
They were the worst fucking Academy Awards ever.
Ever, right?
Yeah.
And did you write that? Were you honest with the people?
A couple of times, I had a couple of ones that were maybe mean. Like I said, I think I said, by the time this is starting to drag, by the time the dead guy montage fucking shows up, Kirk Douglas will be in it.
What was the line you had about Gaddafi?
Gaddafi was the poisonous tyrant Muammar Gaddafi, the psychopath, is missing. Geez, I hope he's all right. Sometimes people get mad at me for a tweet. It's bizarre. And sometimes it's a real, benign one, you know? That's when they're usually most mad. And I remember one time, I just had watched Soylent Green, you know?
Yeah.
So I tweeted, I didn't know Soylent Green was people. I've watched that movie 10 times. And a guy just told me Soylent Green was people, you know? And people got so mad, like everybody's typing, they're like, "What are you, an idiot?" Of course, it's the greenest people, you know.
Here's another tweet. You said, "I'm going to die one day. That's what really kills me." And
that's a good tweet.
That was one of yours.
I like that one.
I don't know what it is with that voice of yours. When I read your tweets, everybody that I talk to also reads them in Norm's voice. And it makes it that much funnier. Everybody started, during the Oscars, we all start tweeting our shit during the Oscars, past Oscars. And one of my buddies, Travis, actually retweeted and said, "You got to follow Norm MacDonald." And I'm like, I didn't even know you were on or shit, so I started following you. And they were hilarious. Like the funny thing, when are you going to thank the computer? Every fucking tweet. When are you going to thank the computer? Just shit like that is stuff that no one else was tweeting. It's out of your mind shit.
I just found out about that Twitter shit.
It's great, and you got so many followers really quickly, and didn't have to pull a Charlie Sheen with it. It was just funny shit, man.
But when you go to hit the send, you fuck for a second. You go wait, like because it's just off the top of your head,
and it's right there, yeah. And
I don't do drugs or alcohol, thankfully, because I'm sure guys could really fuck up and say bad things.
They have, they have.
Norm's tweets, like some of them are not supposed to be funny. They're like profound, like. Poetic.
I deleted a lot of that. Because I'd read my responses, they go, "You fucking asshole, you're funny." I'm like, oh.
That's just it. You can't stop being like, if you're funny and then you got like a serious comment, like I would tweet some ridiculous shit, but then I'd go like, you know, Obama gave a speech. Let me give a little feedback on what I believe of Obama. You racist, fucking conservative, fucking rich motherfucker.
Some people too, fucking think it's serious. Like I tweeted one that I said my something, I don't know. I said like my father was brutally murdered last week, and it's only now I can look back and laugh. And then these people would fucking answer. They go like, "I'm so sorry." Like closure takes a while. So I had to go, no, it was a joke.
How does anyone read that and not, especially from you, and not think it's a goddamn joke? People are so stupid. That's something this whole thing has opened up, where you're kind of communicating with people you never would talk to or meet, that you know don't understand what a sense of humor even is. So the responses you get sometimes are like, like, "Hey," I was like, "Hey, you know, God, it's spring, but I'm looking outside and there's still a little snow on my back table. At least you're alive, motherfucker." You know,
that was from a dead guy?
I'm getting tweets from the dead. I guess he had a loved one pass on. Perhaps a father that was brutally murdered a week ago.
I guess to sum it up, everybody's a critic, huh, guys?
Your special should have been called the voice of reason.
This is the Twitter award for Best Hall of Famer. Going real well. At Albert Brooks. I installed a stripper pole outside my house. Haven't caught one yet. Steve Martin to go. OMG, President Lincoln has been shot. Wait, whoa, my internet connection is so low. At Alec Baldwin, how many friggin' times I gotta say it? 27, she's 27, jeez. That's your girlfriend? At Ali Yankovic, breaking news, Netflix splits off into a third company called Vernster, where you can rent nothing but Ernest P. Worrell movies for $5 a month. And at Norm MacDonald, rest in peace, Amy Winehouse, we lost a true heroin addict today.
Hey everybody, it's me, Norm. I couldn't be with you tonight because I'm on location in Spain, where I'm tweeting in Madrid, Spain. If that's a city that's in Spain, then that's where I am. And but I'd like to thank National Lampoon for the good people there. What did they do? They
They took a once great franchise and burned it asunder. So I'd like to thank them, and I'd like to thank everyone that helped me win this award, except there aren't any, because it was just me and a computer. I would like to thank the computer. What else? Let me think. It's pretty cool, you know, how far technology has come. Like you people are probably saying right now, hey, look, Norm has hired an entire film crew in Spain, and now he has filmed himself at great expense and has sent the reels over to the United States, and now, but no, you could not be wronger. I am doing this on a telephone. What make you of that? I know. You're saying, hey, Norm, that cannot be right. A telephone is used for telephoning. People take a telephone and they telephone other people and they say, what time is it there? Where you are with your telephone, because it's not the same time here. But that is just the sort of Philistine pig ignorance I've come to expect of you animals. The fact is, welcome to the future. That's all I can say. Welcome to the future. And I myself love Twitter. I follow everybody, you know. I follow Shelby Firo, who, you know, who has her amusing, is angst a word? I've heard that word before. And I direct messaged her once. That's a true story. And she direct messaged me back. And it was either her or Chris Hansen. Who knows nowadays? But you can find anybody on Twitter. And I enjoy Eddie Pepitone and his tweets, which look to me to be the longest suicide note in history. But thank you for the award. And God damn, I'm telegenic.
I was at a party with a friend, and so I noticed you first, and you returned my gaze, knew how to quench my thirst. You took me to that room like a dream come true. The dance you performed was just for me and you. Kisses on the neck, then you work your way down. Let yourself go for me all around town. Seductively stood before me.
How many Polish guys does it take to screw in a light bulb? The question cannot be answered because Polish people are so fucking stupid that no matter how many of them are available, none of them would ever be able to complete that simple task.
This is a meta joke. You're aware of these meta jokes?
How many comedians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many?
2. One to do it, and the other guy to go, how long's he been up there?
I like that.
On stage.
Yeah, because they was going,
These are like, how long?
Oh, that's a good one.
I was going to say that the Polish government did actually try to land on the sun back in the
No, they didn't.
Yes, and they were ridiculed for it because they said you'll burn up when you come anywhere near. They said we're going at night.
Who?
Now,
Well, no, I've never asked you this before, and we've been good friends for many years. Okay, I made that up, but
No. We haven't?
No, we're friends. We're good friends, but I don't know what your. McDonald. Is that Irish? Is that Scottish? What's your ethnic background?
my ethnic background is Polish.
Are you really Polish? Wow.
Polish people
I didn't
have.
realize that.
Yeah.
McDonald, you don't.
Well, my parents changed their names. They had to because of the constant ribbing they'd get for being Polish, you know. And so they changed their name to McDonald. But you know, it's one of the things that I mean, I get a little upset about it, you know, because you know,
all the Polish jokes. And
yeah,
stuff.
you can't make jokes about other people, but for some reason you make jokes about Polish people, you know.
Right.
I don't like it.
Right. You shouldn't. That sounds bad. Yeah.
I mean, I had an experience, you know. I go in and I order a Polish sausage, you know, from this guy, you know. And so the guy says to me, oh, you must be Polish. And I said, come on, man. I mean, come on. Think about it, what you're saying. You know, I'm trying to knock some sense into this fellow's head, maybe give him a wider world view, you know?
Sure, yeah.
I said, you think because I order a Polish sausage, I'm Polish. I said, what if somebody came in here and ordered French toast? Would you think he was French, you know?
Right.
I mean, what if somebody came in here and ordered a Belgian waffle? Would you consider that guy a Belgian, you know? I mean, if a guy came in and ordered a German bratwurst, would you consider that fella to be a German fella?
Right.
I said, what if a guy came in and ordered German potato salad? I suppose you'd think he was German too. Yeah?
Yeah.
You know, what if a guy...
Wow, you talked to this guy for a while.
I'm telling you, man. With racists, you have to get through
You have to
them.
really get it into their head. Right.
I said, if a guy came in and he ordered a Cuban hamburger, are you going to assume he's a Cuban?
Right.
I said, I think it is absolutely ridiculous that just because I come in here, I order a Polish sausage, why would you jump to the fact that I'm Polish?
Right.
And the guy says to me, well, first of all, it's a hardware store.
And you hate Polish jokes, don't you? You just hate them.
No, I think they're disgusting.
Scared of letting go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go. I'm scared of letting go of everything in the past.
When I first met you and I saw you, I was like, oh, he's doing like a Jerry Norm thing.
Yeah, completely.
Seinfeld and Norm, I think Attell and Dangerfield were my...
Yes.
Every comic you'd see, Joe Mackey was like Hedberg and Eugene Merman.
Wow.
You could always see who people were kind of influenced by in their first couple years. And for you, it was Norm MacDonald. I still remember when he made it to the finals on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. He made it to the $1 million question, and he bailed because it was for charity. But it turned out he knew the right answer. So this is a guy who, by all accounts, was like self-educated.
Yeah.
And made it that far. I mean,
tell me what you want to do.
I think Pinehurst is too obvious, so I guess I will say what's the matter? Greenbrier. What are you making that face for?
I'm scared to death.
Okay, I'll just give it $500,000.
All right. What do you think?
I have no idea. I said my guess.
Did you say Greenbrier?
Yeah.
You would have won $1 million, but
really one of the best comedy minds of all time. I remember Colin Quinn told me a story once that, one of my favorite musicians ever, Leonard Cohen, being a Canadian, would go see Norm MacDonald play.
Whoa.
And Norm was like, who's this guy? Who's this old guy? He didn't care that Leonard Cohen was a Norm MacDonald fan.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Not just his stand-up, but I mean, an edgy, underappreciated Weekend Update anchor.
Oh, the best. Easily the best Weekend guy.
And I believe he followed Kevin Nealon, who I thought was great as well.
Nealon was great.
Yeah,
They
different
said-
type of anchor.
Yeah, Dennis Miller was always like lauded as the best one, and then I feel like Norm kind of took it over.
Well,
And-
Norm was our guy. It's almost
Yeah.
like people were like, I'm a Letterman guy, and then we're like, well, we're Conan guys.
Right.
That's kind of what Norm was. Remember, he did a bit that defended Tiger Woods that I thought was hilarious on the show, and the bit was basically like, how many? Well, he's like, yeah, he cheated, but think about how many women hit on him. Like he goes, how many women hit on you in this many years? He goes, 1 in 10 years. He goes, Tiger had like this many hundred. He only slept with this many.
Right.
And he did the math. He goes, he's more faithful than you are. That's a great angle for a bit.
Also, Tiger is different than you and me. Now, how many chances do we have in our life to commit adultery? Maybe 10. So if we stray once, it's not even 10. We just think it's 10. If we stray once, that's 10%. Now, Tiger may have had sex with 50 or 60 girls, but what about the 3 million he could have but didn't? You got to factor those gals in. Then that makes the percentage 0.000000006, which statistically is 0. So, from a strictly mathematical standpoint, Tiger Woods is the most faithful man who has ever lived.
A lot of great comics are like, well, I think it was more like the media was tearing Tiger to shreds, and even though we can agree what he did was wrong, I think he felt for him, and that was his way of being like, I feel for this guy that is being railroaded. Like when you see the Tiger doc, you do feel for him.
Sure,
you know?
of course.
There's nuance to the picture, and he added nuance. That's what I think. That's what I took from the bit. He was a true comic legend. I mean, so many comics revered him. He was a comics comic, and it's rare for those guys to break through and have the mainstream success that Norm had. But he really did. You know.
Yeah.
He had a lot of failed pilots, but he kept getting the pilots because I think he was one of those guys. I think even the suits were like, nah, he's good. Like, he had that kind of pure, tall, good-looking guy. Great observational, could work clean. Kind of had all the tools of what a mega star stand-up should have, but he was just so dry and such a disruptor, that would get in the way sometimes. But,
totally.
You know. I met him twice, and the first time I met him was I was doing this comedy style competition at Caroline's, and it was the Final Four. It was me, Dan Soder, who eventually beat me in the final two. It was me, Soder, Nick Cobb, and Adam Newman.
Wow.
And Norm MacDonald was just chilling in the crowd watching.
Damn.
And he couldn't have been nicer. He was so freaking nice to all of us.
Yeah.
Complimenting our acts, being like, man, I could never do this type of thing, you know. So cool. And then the other time I met him was on Last Comic Standing when he was a judge, and I got eliminated in the first round. I had a pretty good set, better than a lot of people who moved on, but it's NBC, let's face it.
That's how it goes.
But I remember I had one joke that Norm singled out and goes, that joke is gold. And that to me was me, I didn't even feel that bad. I got locked off because I was like, Norm MacDonald, who is the judge that I connected to his work the most. It was Roseanne and Keenan. I connect to Roseanne's politics, of course. But no. But it was Roseanne and Keenan Ivory Wayans. And like, obviously I love In Living Color, but Norm, I'm a comic. Norm was the guy I connected with. And the joke he loved was I said, you know, my last girlfriend was a hoarder and she broke up with me, which stings extra hard. I'm like the one thing she can get rid of. And he said he loved that joke. And then I got Keenan kind of digged me in the last comic thing. He said, "No, I like some of your jokes, but not all of them." And I said, "Well, I loved all your scary movie films," and it got a huge laugh. And he said, "I only did the first 2." And I was like, "All right." I remember I saw Norm in like the food.
Yeah.
He couldn't let it pass. He couldn't take the L on that one. I knew I was out after that.
Right.
And then I'm walking through the thing. It was like a break. I guess they were taking a break, the paid audience, and I see Norm, and he goes, "I really like that you dug it."
Oh.
So that was a special moment.
He's the real deal. He really is.
Yeah, I think he could tell. And I said I met you once at Caroline's, and I told him I really like
Canadian, right? Canadian, right?
Yes.
Funniest, besides you, funniest comedian to come out of Canada.
Norm MacDonald.
Norm.
Correct answer.
We were talking
Thank
about
you.
that
Correct
before the
answer.
show.
Thank you. Yeah, I
Love Norm.
Oh, he's so good. Me doing stand-up, if you haven't heard a good comedy album lately, get me doing stand-up. That's not me, but that's the name of his
Yeah,
comedy
that's
album.
is that the one where he's in the blue shirt and the leather jacket? Is that I've seen the one on I've seen the special.
It's one of his more recent ones, and oh man, when he talks about like Tiger Woods and OJ and
Is that the same one? Alcoholism is the best disease.
Yeah,
is that the same
that's
one?
the one. Yeah, if you're gonna have a disease, you get drunk.
You should just do Norm's bits.
I should
just sit here and do Norm's bits here for a half
You're both
hour.
from Canada. It's the law. You can steal it. It's fine.
I think over the border you can do whatever you want.
Have you met Norm MacDonald before?
I got to work with Norm, and I guess I mean I hope he doesn't mind if I tell him because this is a very endearing.
Oh, Last Comic Standing.
No, I did.
Right?
I did
That
the
was
season
less-
before.
Okay.
But I got to work with him one week, and we.
What did you do?
Oh man, I watched every single set he did, and it was so cool. And we actually got. You know what? I already got into the story, so I got to tell it.
Yeah, let's hear it. Yeah, that's fine.
He wanted to get high.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I don't really get high before shows, but afterwards, cool. And
Sure.
he's like, no, now.
Well, when Norm MacDonald says now,
right?
You say yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
And he goes and hands me the joint, and I was like, okay. And then he hands it back for a second hit, and I was like, no thanks. And he goes, what's your problem? And I go, well, I'm just worried I'm going to repeat a joke, and I still have to go up and bring you up because the opener was on,
right?
And I was hosting. So I still have to go up there and bring you up, and I just don't. I already did some jokes earlier, and I just don't want to tell the same joke again. And he goes, "That's insane. You're an idiot. Smoke this." and so I smoked it, and then we go inside, and I'm so high. I go, "I'm just gonna bring you up. I'm not gonna do any time. I'm just gonna bring you up." And he's like, "No, do a couple minutes." And I go, "No, please just let me just bring you up." And he goes, "No, do 5 minutes." This guy's doing really well. Give me, take a little, do a little time in between.
you need a little buffer between comments.
Yeah.
Right.
I said, okay. So I went up there and I was so high, I was like, I don't even remember what I said in the first half of my set. So I'm just going to tell jokes that I haven't told in years. and when I told a joke,
So you told the audience, you let the audience in on the fact that you had been.
no, the audience didn't know.
They didn't
So
know.
I would just tell.
Okay. Oh, so you just said that to yourself. I'm just going to do jokes I haven't done in 5 years.
Yes,
Okay.
and I walked on stage and I would tell a joke, and then I would watch the audience, and if they laughed, I would relax and go, okay, that one down. And I did that the whole set. It was horrible. I was so stressed out, and then I just said, ladies and gentlemen, Norm MacDonald. And I look over to my right, and there he is walking the opposite way. and the feature turned him around and pointed him to the stage.
Over here, Norm.
That's how high we got by accident.
By accident, like you tripped on a joint. But I mean,
I love the peer pressure from Norm, though. That's awesome. It's like a high school and middle school all over again.
And he's my hero, so I just, for me, that was I was a little worried about him. But then he walked on stage and he opened it up with this great bit, and he was crushing.
Right.
He was destroying, and then he got the light, and then he started to wrap it up. And he started to tell the joke he opened with. And I started to freak out. Like I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
And the audience thought it was a joke. They thought he was being Norm.
Sure.
But when he delivered the punchline, and it was the same punchline, they realized he had just forgotten his joke, and they didn't laugh. They felt a little betrayed, and he walked off stage in complete confusion. And
that bit usually kills.
And then the feature goes, "You told the same joke twice, you idiot."
And he goes, no. And then he looks at me and he goes, this is your fault. And I never got to work with him again. That was the last time I worked with Norm.
But you know what? With Norm MacDonald, though, that's Norm. He's so irreverent that
you'd almost expect it.
He can do that.
Yeah.
And all this, that's a bit in itself. I mean, look at the cauliflower joke he did on the roast with Bob Saget.
Yeah.
That bit, he purposely went up there on that roast and bombed on purpose.
Yeah.
And it was genius.
Yeah.
I saw your show 3 times over the last 2 days. The third time, last night, I was watching you, and in my mind, I was going, did he say that already this show, or was that the show before? And so does it ever get muddled in your mind?
Well, it gets muddled that I change the order all the time.
Yeah, you do that. But
sometimes I think of stuff as I'm talking, too, and so then it becomes something else all the time. But do you mean, did I say this during the set itself?
Yeah.
Yes, I've thought that before. But I've thought that I used to think that when I did 2 or 3 shows in a row and
on the same night.
On the same night, yeah, and I had my set list because I mix myself up all over the place. I definitely go, oh my gosh, did I say that, or did I? Something occurs to me and then it reoccurs and then I go back to the first point and then, yeah, sometimes I get confused that's a scary feeling.
Have you ever repeated yourself?
I think I've repeated myself because sometimes you can hear like a sort of a chitter, you know?
A murmur.
A murmur that
goes
sounds different than
a
laughter. And then what I do is I try to just repeat everything as if I intended to. That's my default position.
Genius.
Little kid walking down the hall of his house.
Yeah.
He's screaming in his parents' bedroom. Opens the door. There's his father dressed only in chaps. His mother's dressed in a cheerleading outfit, no underwear. They're really having fun. What's going on? He said, oh, don't worry, sweetheart. We're just having fun. Go back to bed. I'll be down there and tuck you in a minute. 20 minutes later, father walks down the hall. He hears screaming in the kid's bedroom. Opens the door. There's his kid having sex with his grandmother. He says, Billy, what are you doing? He said, it's not so funny when it's your mother, is it?
The stylings of Super Dave Osborne in studio. Norm MacDonald and his brother Neil MacDonald on tour together sometime very soon. Norm's in town at Zany's. Zany's all weekend. Zany's.com.
Are you in Zany's in Chicago?
Yeah, you know that place?
Of course, that's a great place.
How do you know it?
I don't.
I knew he was going to
But
say
you know something? Any place that's called Zany's is great.
Yeah, that's
I thought comedians were supposed to do witty repartee and not tell jokes.
Ooh. That's Neil MacDonald talking to Super Dave right now. Once again, the
You know
question.
what?
Neil MacDonald is a blank.
May I say something?
Oh, that's the old match game stuff. Norm used to sit in front of the television and watch match games.
I've been in this business a while, and I've never heard anybody say what he just said. I've never heard anybody say witty. Even in class, when I was a class clown,
what about the witty badinage?
The teacher never stopped me like that. I've heard witty repartee before, but that's silent.
No, but aren't you supposed to be experts in off-the-cuff badinage?
Wait a minute. Neil said a word.
Wait. Bring this thing right off the air. If you got anybody listening, I'll just stop it.
Neil, I heard you say something that I hadn't heard ever. Would you say that last line again that Super Dave was talking about?
Aren't comedians supposed to be experts in off-the-cuff badinage? You know, the witty back and forth. What happened to that?
Badinage is like
Listen,
a badminton term.
I said you weren't listening at the first part of the show when I did my repartee, badinage. Whatever the hell you're talking about.
Badinage. But Norm, it was so funny. Norm, as a real friend, you tried to explain to me in the studio, he was going like, it's like a badminton game. You know,
It is a badminton term originally. Yeah.
Then why did you say badminton?
Yeah, Neil McDonald, Norm's brother. Why didn't you say badminton? Make it easy for us.
No, badinage is a badminton term.
A tournament. Yeah. Badinage.
No, I'm actually funnier than Norman. He's just got the professional kit.
Do you think that's why you haven't called each other back? Is that why there's some hatred
I was
there?
reluctant to come on this show because I'm going to get a lot of calls now, you know.
Norm is hysterical. I'm going to go to Zany's. How do I get there?
All right, here's how you get to Zany's. You go to Zany's, there's Super Dave. You go to Zany's tonight through Saturday. Norm will be there. Zany's in St. Charles. Then tomorrow and Saturday, Zany's in Vernon Hills. Zany's.com, Super Dave.
And Norm's brother Neil will be at a badminton event.
Neil, say goodbye to Norm.
Goodbye, Norm.
Say goodbye to Super Dave. Hey,
Talk
by the
to you
way,
again in a few years.
wait a second now. See, tell him you'll call him back.
Sure, man. I'll call.
No, you won't.
Of course.
Will you?
Yes.
All right. Well, can I give Super Dave Neil's number?
Yeah.
Oh, just don't do that. What am I going to call Neil for? You know, what am I going to do? I'm in a good mood. I don't want to blow the whole thing.
No, he can call me up and we can trade bars, you know.
We're at an all-time low in world opinion, and I'm going to call Neil to pep me up.
He just said.
Hey, Neil, how you doing? What's your badminton term today? What's your term of the day that I can take with me all day and pep me up?
No. Call me anytime.
I am going to give Super Dave.
Neil.
I'm giving you the number. He said
Neil ought to be on Match Game.
That's a Match Game. Neil ought to be on Match Game. Hey, he said, by the way.
I'll take Neil to win.
He said.
He's a
What
super
did the
blank.
cat say when it came out of the pet shop going meow?
What did what?
No, he's going to tell a joke now. Go ahead. It's going to be good.
Norm, you know what? I don't know how you wound up funny. That's all I can tell you. I have no concept. You must have run away from home when you were 3. Do you have any other funny brothers and sisters? Let's get them all on the phone. We could destroy Brandmeier forever.
Oh, wait a minute. I want to hear the joke, man.
Go ahead, Neil.
Come on, Super. Tell me the joke.
You have a joke, Neil?
Yeah, I want to hear it.
No, he said, do you have a joke, Neil?
No, I'm not telling Neil another joke.
No,
you have to pay me.
All right, Neil.
Yeah, I do. I got one.
Tuesday. Come and pay him.
I got one.
Oh, wait.
A priest is checking into a hotel, and he says to the woman behind the counter, I assume the porn channel in my room is disabled. And she says, no, it's regular porn, you sick bastard.
The comedy stylings of Neil McDonald, Norm's older brother, Super Dave Osborne, blown off the map today by that. Wow. Hey, Super, let me hear you.
I have a joke.
Yeah. Oh, Norm's got a joke. Wait a minute. Here we go. Go.
A dog walks into a telegraph office where they send telegrams. Telegram office, right? And so the guy says, "Okay, what do you want your telegram to read?" So the dog goes, "Woof woof woof, woof woof woof, woof woof woof." And then the guy goes, "Oh, I notice you have 9 words. Do you want to put an extra woof like it's for free?" And then the dog goes, "No, that wouldn't make any sense."
You know, I love Norm MacDonald. I gotta tell you, I love him. Because he'll do that at the dinner table too. Hey, here's one. A guy's having trouble with his wife, so he calls his best. Hey, Neil, are you off the phone?
Neil, will you get off the phone so Super can tell his joke?
I just finished writing down that great porn joke, Neil. I won't have to put my finger in my mouth if I get sick to my stomach anymore.
I told you I'm not a professional.
A guy calls. A guy's having trouble with his wife, so he calls his best friend. He said, "You got to meet me at a bar. I got to talk to you." So they go to a bar. He starts drinking. He drinks so much he throws up in his shirt. He says, "Now what am I going to do? I'm going to go home. She's going to scream and she's probably going to hit me." His friend says, "Don't worry about a thing. Tell her you had one drink. The guy next to you overdrank, got sick, and threw up in your shirt. And to prove it, he put $10 in your pocket to get it clean. I'm putting $10 right in there." He said, "You're brilliant." He goes home. He says, "I'm home." She comes downstairs and starts screaming at him. He said, "Listen to me. I had one drink, but a guy at the bar got sick, threw up in my shirt, and to prove it, he put $10 in my pocket to get it clean." She reaches in. She says, "There's $20 here." He says, "I know. He also crapped in my pants."
Super Dave Osborne. Super Dave Osborne. And Norm MacDonald in the studio and his fabulously funny brother Neil MacDonald in Washington, D.C., award-winning journalist. Neil.
Okay, hey, and Norm, happy birthday. You're the greatest.
Wait,
fucking zanies, and I hope that we get together.
Oh, you're gonna hang up again?
No, yeah. Wait a minute. Wait a second. You know what I would love to do? I would love to do some more badinage.
He's a great Canadian. Norm's a great Canadian. He'll probably be mad at me for saying that.
Let's do some badinage.
He's a great Canadian.
What is badinage?
Aren't comedians supposed to be experts in off-the-cuff badinage?
What did you say, Super?
Who cares if he's a great Canadian?
Oh, Super Dave worked in Canada.
I worked for 12 years in Canada. I'm a great Canadian.
Neil, that's a point you could answer. What is the big deal if he is a good
What was
Canadian?
he doing in Canada, running around in that weird flight suit?
Super Dave was working in Canada.
I did Bizarre, which was the first series in the history of cable, and then I did Super Dave. Yeah, I was running around in that weird flight suit, A-Wipe. That's what I was doing.
Is that an Arab name, A-Wipe?
While you were sitting at home going, what? What is that? Why aren't I watching the Canadian news?
That sounded like Rickles.
I know, I did for a minute.
While you were at home going,
I'm sorry, I got to
While you were at home
Let me apologize. I said I'm sorry.
While you were at home sitting with a rake going, bah!
I said I'm sorry.
I know,
okay?
but Norm said that was very Rickle-ish.
I said I'm sorry.
He said,
what do you want me to do?
Neil?
I got caught up.
Oh.
Let me explain something to you. Neil can bring things out of you don't normally do.
That's right.
Okay?
Yeah. You know what, guys?
If I was captured, I'd rather have bamboo under my fingernails than have Neil come in and talk to me.
No, if I was captured, I'd want to be in a room with Super Dave. I would.
I just love this.
I just think it's interesting that Neil worked in Washington.
Yes.
Which was in the United States, while Super Dave worked in Canada.
Isn't that interesting, Super?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that's quite an observation there, Norm.
You were both countries away from each other while you. This is probably the way you're going to stay now, isn't it?
What night are you going to be at Zany's?
What night are you going to be at Zany's?
Tonight and tomorrow and Saturday.
I think he's
still. And are you on the road now? When do you come home?
I come home in 12 or 14 days, I think.
Where do you go after Zany's?
I go.
I'm going to be on Canadian television tonight. Almost like you don't care.
No, we care. We love Canada. We love it. What time are you going to be on, Neil MacDonald, Norm's brother?
9 p.m. Eastern.
9 p.m. Eastern.
On the National.
They're on the Canadian National Television.
Yeah.
Super. You got satellite dish?
Yeah, I got a satellite dish.
Well, you might want to watch that.
Yeah, I might.
Yeah, you might want to.
I really might. There's a lot of things I might want to do.
You know what I would love?
I'm going to be doing a piece on the economy there, Super.
Oh, well, that ought to be quick. What are you going to say? It's not so bad.
No, I'm going to say
this is worse than 1929. In case you're interested.
No, I'm going to say that after spending 5 years in this country, being told that I'm from a socialist nation, I'm going to be talking about how the United States government is nationalizing banks and taking over companies and putting trillions of dollars of public money into bailouts. Nothing socialist about that, right?
No, that's interesting. Now, here's the thing. When I did my shows in Canada, the Canadian dollar was 63 cents. And now it's more than the American dollar.
You mean when you were just running around with that crazy suit on?
Oh, you know what, Johnny B?
What?
That did it.
What? No, wait a minute.
That did it. That was your farewell thing to me, and that's it. I'm going now, and I'm going to take my clothes off and play badminton.
Neil's badmintage. Neil, say goodbye to Super Dave. Say goodbye to Super Dave.
All right, Super.
Goodbye, Neil. Are you leaving?
Nice talking to you, buddy.
Are you going?
Yeah, I'm going. But we got to keep in touch, you and I. I think we're friends now.
He wants to hear you hang up.
What?
He wants to hear you, Neil. He wants to hear you hang up. So
I'm
go ahead.
not hanging up.
No, Neil is.
And people constantly tell me, or I hear this, funniest man that ever lived.
Mel Brooks.
Do you believe that?
Sure. I mean, I think he's of an era. You know what I mean? I think he's still. I think the amazing thing about him, if you are, you're not wired that way. If you're a Jew and your wiring is Jewish, Mel Brooks is going to tap right into that.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I understand.
The best was Mel Brooks as the 2,000-year-old man. Still the funniest comedy album ever made. When he says to him, how'd you live 2,000 years? He says, well, once. I was 400 years old, and I got a tip that the angel of death was coming. And what I did was, I ate a whole clove of garlic, and I got under the under the covers, and the angel of death tapped me on the shoulder. I turned around and said, "Who is it?" And he went away for 300 years. Mel Brooks.
Does he like the 2,000-year-old man?
Both parts of of me.
I'm going to ask you one question about the 2,000-year-old man, then we're going to go to a break.
Okay.
Would not it have been easier to make him a 10,000-year-old man?
As a matter of fact, I was wrong making him a 2,000-year-old man because I asked him questions that happened before 2000. I asked him about Moses, and I realized, well, that was my mistake. Anyway, that's my fault. Steve Allen is the guy who is responsible for the 2,000-year-old man getting on record.
Oh, he is?
We did it at parties for years, 10 years. Mel and I did the 2,000-year-old man just for fun.
Yeah.
And everybody said, you got to put it on record, you got to put it on record. And we said, no, this is only for Jews and non-anti-Semitic Gentiles. And finally, Steve Allen said, fellas, if you don't do it, George Burns says, if you don't, he saw it at a party, if you don't put it on a record, I'm going to steal it. And Edward G. Robinson said, put it on a record. He says, I want to make a play. I want to make a play out of that. Make a play out of that. That's what he said. Make a play out of that. I want to play the 1,000-year-old man. I says, 2,000. I can play any age. And it was Steve Allen who said, fellas, take my studio, go wail. And we did. We wailed for 2 hours, cut it down to 47 minutes, and there it was.
Now, in that story, Edward G. Robinson's the funny man.
Yeah.
Steve Allen just let you use the studio. But it was you who created the 2,000-year-old man. Not even Mel Brooks. You.
Yes.
Mel Brooks is amazing. He's doing the show next week.
Is he?
Yeah.
There's nobody funnier.
Wait, what show?
I've interviewed, he's doing your show here?
Yeah.
I've interviewed every funny person in the world. You're very funny.
Yeah.
There's nobody.
Am I second?
Because Mel Brooks is a freaking genius. I had him on my show the night Neil Armstrong landed on the moon. Right?
Allegedly.
He's on my radio show.
Allegedly. But also, really.
Yeah.
But okay, my guess is the 2,000-year-old man tonight. Man has landed on the moon. What do you think of that? And out of nowhere, he says, I love the moon. The moon, in my whole life, 2,000 years, is my favorite thing is the moon. I said, why? He says, because for 400 years, I thought I had a cataract. And one day, this guy named Irving said, isn't the moon beautiful tonight? I said, the what?
Irving.
No, that's funny.
Mel, hop on the left. All right.
Let me count my fingers for you, Carl Reiner said. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the left hand. So when, this will be our day, but there'll be a lot of tourists in the future who might notice that I had 6 fingers on my left hand. If they're aware, but they're all from Des Moines, they'll never notice it.
That's the best part of the picture right there. I'm crazy about that guy. I love him. I can't get enough of him.
Adorable. Mel Brooks.
How did you start in the film business?
I mostly like this one. Yes, who is it? Mel Brooks. Yes? Well, I got free coffees. I got free coffees here to someone inside. Can I come in? Then I came in and said, I got no coffee. It's Mel Brooks. I'm in show visit. And they let me in. Yeah. And I
Say, you're an Oscar winner. We were just discussing the Oscars. I don't know if you were paying attention.
Yes, I am an Oscar winner. Mm-hmm. I'd like to thank...
Are you going to use yours for a doorstop?
Still thinking.
My Oscar
Where is your Oscar?
My Oscar. My Oscar's living in Detroit now. Well,
in this film, High Anxiety, you sing. And I cannot judge whether that's good or not. But you write your own songs, you sing your own songs, you act your own films, you direct them, you write them.
well, if you hire other people, you have to pay them money. Saves a few dollars when you do everything yourself, you know what I mean? They're the greatest people in the world. They have heart, they have soul, they have time, they have a joy, a joie de vivre.
Joie de vivre.
Yes. The French have a joie de vivre.
That's true.
Jews have a your son, the tall one. Believe it or not, I have brothers and a mother. Everybody in my family is about 4'3", 4'4".
Kidding.
I am called Stretch at home. An older appearance, to look like a person, you know? He's a silly kid. He's just really a silly kid. I really love you. I really love you.
Well, you know, you keep saying...
I really love you.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Really, this...
And I don't fall in love with guys, you know what I mean? I'm pretty tough myself. But every once in a while, a beauty comes along and... Professional singer. I'm not even a professional actor. I'm not a professional director. I am a professional tailor. Stand up. I'll show you. Take in here. Here is nice. Here is good. The crotch.
Very good.
Here we can make here, under the arms. I am... Sit down.
Beautiful, thank you.
You just made a film in Yugoslavia.
Yes.
Is that not true?
That's true, sir.
Why would you go to Yugoslavia when you could... Can't you find locations in America that look like Yugoslavia? Oh, there's no time for you to answer that. We will be
Well, I'm going to answer it anyway. I don't care about your stinking commercial.
We'll be right back. Would you like a piece of goat cheese?
Goat cheese? How so?
I have a piece for you.
I'd love... Where is it?
It's right here.
Is it really goat cheese?
Yeah, it's really good. Do you want to split it? It was in my lunch, and I know how you like goat cheese, and
I'll have a little bit.
I brought that for you. It's good, isn't it?
It's feta cheese.
It's what?
Feta, F-E-T-A, Greek cheese, goat cheese.
Did they have that in Yugoslavia when you were making your film?
Wood. We ate wood.
I see.
There was nothing to do at night. There was no fun. Tito had the car. I'm not going to help.
What's next, Mel? Come on.
No, I don't want to interfere.
You're not interfering. This is fun this way.
This is Susan's spot. This is Susan's spot.
No, this is Susan Blakely.
Oh, sorry. Spot, back. Now, I'm going to, but may I ask you some more questions? Huh? Two hard-boiled eggs. Now, may I ask you some
Certainly.
questions? Yeah. What do you think of me? You know.
Chapeau.
Okay. It's not the best one, but...
Will it do?
Sure.
Can you make do with that? I don't know why the 2,000-year-old man wears a cape.
It's the worst cape. They
How
got
many-
me the worst.
Wonderful.
All right, I'm getting in character. I'm feeling it. I'm Jewish. All right.
Heard that you're married to the most beautiful woman in the world. Is that true, Mr. Brooks?
No, I'm married to Anne Bancroft. Ladies and gentlemen, my beautiful wife, my gorgeous wife, Anne Bancroft. I had no idea. I had no idea my wife was coming on, but it's always a pleasure to see my wife. Always. Because she earns a good salary, and I tell you that when you marry somebody, whether it's a boy or a girl, whatever you marry, you must make sure that they contribute to the financial pot of the house. They must contribute something. Just a smile is not enough. It's not enough. You have to chip in a few dollars, a few pennies. Chip in she brings all her money home. Yes.
No cafeteria.
Yes, and I invest all her money into this pocket. Make sure it's...
You're Lance Letterman with the World War I and II bit. I have never heard more comics talk about a bit And I heard that you put a lot of work into that.
Goddamn right I did.
But didn't he do the Hitler bit too about it? Where
No, it
Germany
was-
challenges the world. And then they fought the world again.
Yeah, those are isn't Hitler a comedy killer though? Wouldn't that be one of those things? That
No,
you
you
can't-
kidding me?
Well,
Hitler's like, there's no comedy killer nowadays. You know what I mean?
Not anymore.
I feel like just the opposite. I feel like there's almost fake shock sometimes where it's like people, you know what I mean? So it's
Right.
like, that's almost like a comedy helper in some ways.
Right.
Not the way Norm did it. That was a different bit.
But he had a great joke about like, I don't know if you guys are, he goes, I got no problem with, North Korea. I never lay in bed. They try to scare you on the news, you know? He goes, but I never woke up like, North Korea. I hope they don't get me, you know? And like nobody really laughed, but you hear Letterman like cackling in the background. And you realize it's just with Norm, it's all, you are being fucking played. When you think he's bombing, it's all a big setup to the fucking, in a year, he's going to have the perfect special ever.
You might as well sit with Norm and just keep a smile on your face because you don't know where you are in the joke.
There is one country that worries me, though. Not Iraq, not Iran, not North Korea. The only country that really worries me is the country of Germany. I don't know if you guys are history buffs or not, but...
Well, I did see that Norm was Letterman's choice to be his last
Yes.
stand-up. I thought that was pretty.
That was a
neat.
funny bit too about
That was great.
World War II.
Well, which one? The funniest bit I thought of Norm's that he said was how your phones change everything now.
Right.
That is a picture. He's got one grainy picture of his great grandfather, like separating the hogs on the farm.
Right.
But now, because everybody's got a phone right now, somebody from years from now, here's 1 million pictures of my great grandfather doing
Right.
everything in their life.
And Norm's face when he did his grandfather.
That's right, he's just-
horrified that someone's taking his picture. Like, just looking like in
Yeah.
shock, like, don't take my picture.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great bit.
I got a picture of my great-grandfather. The thing took 6 hours. Take your picture, and there's a picture of my great-grandfather, one. They only had, every guy had one picture back then. And it's just him like... I gotta get back, feed them hogs. Who's gonna feed the hogs?
So my next big hero after Letterman's got to be Norm MacDonald. What did you learn about his set for his last appearance?
Well, that is hands down every single person that I talked to. I asked them what their favorite appearance is, and like no joke, Norm MacDonald was what everyone pointed to. And my editor kept saying, you got to cut this down. Like, it's just over and over again of people saying Norm's great. And I was like, no, it really was that good. Like, it has to be the longest part of the book.
Nice. Now I'm really going to get the book. That's awesome.
And so Jerry
he was
Foley.
lying to you before. Now he's
Yeah.
really gonna buy it.
yeah, now. And well, that's because I said I never send them for free. So now he's like, I mean, I know I'm supposed to. It kills my publicist. We're off topic already. But my publicist keeps saying, like, Iowa station wants to do a thing. Send him a book. And I'm like, what? I have to pay for those. Anyway, back to Norm. Jerry Foley was the director on The Late Show. And he said that Norm showed up like super early, like way earlier than anyone would. And he didn't want to tell anyone what he was going to do, what his monologue was going to be about. And he was just sort of walking around, just like soaking in the building because he wanted to spend as much time as he could there. And they were kind of concerned because you don't know what he's going to do and they have to be sure Dave will like it, and so he kind of took him aside, and he said he didn't really know Norm very well. Like, he didn't have some bond with him, but he said, you've got to kind of share with me what you're going to do today so we can help you. And it kind of opens up this notebook, and it is napkins and like receipts and all of these notepads where they said they could just tell he had been working on it forever.
Oh, wow.
And even like in the cab over, he said, when I just came up with this, and I don't know if you guys remember his set, but I think it's the best stand-up set that's ever been performed on late night television.
I definitely agree. And did Dave like it?
Yeah, I mean, Dave was really embarrassed by it in a good way, but I mean, he just couldn't believe because Norm breaks down crying in the set. I mean, that's crazy in itself. And he told him he loved him. Norm told Dave, and you know, Dave doesn't really like that stuff. And I think Bill Sheff says, like, Dave just doesn't want to hear that kind of stuff. But it's true.
Yeah.
Norm MacDonald was just on David Letterman.
I heard he
Farewell.
cried. He was so upset.
He cried, and it was like really like beautiful.
Yeah.
A lot of people remember back in May when Letterman retired, you were one of the last guests, and you got pretty choked up.
Well,
It was a pretty emotional time, wasn't it?
No, Letterman, I think Letterman, like, he was my hero, but I think he was everybody's hero. He changed the way people talk in America, and, you know, he really helped me when other people didn't like me.
You did a poetic goodbye to David Letterman, did you not?
Well, I did. This is what I did. I wanted to do stand-up because I did stand-up on his show 25 years ago. And so I did stand-up. And I did the best stand-up I could possibly do. And then I did a joke that I remember David Letterman doing when I was young. That's still remains my favorite joke. And then I got a little teary. I choked up. I didn't realize I was going to choke up. And then I certainly didn't realize I was going to tell him I love him. I said, I love you.
He was emotional at saying goodbye to you on the show. At the time when, and like Conan suggests, I didn't know he was ill, so surprised. In thinking about that moment, he must have known a great deal about what his future was and how long it might have been. I always took it as an enormous compliment that my emotional situation had affected him.
Right.
But now, to be fair, this guy knew more than just I was leaving.
Take me on a journey. Take me far away from this life. I'd leave it in a hurry. Let's run away before morning light. You.
As I just like to say, I know that Mr. Letterman is not for the mawkish, and he has no truck for the sentimental. But if something is true, it is not sentimental. And I say in truth, I love you.
Oh, my God. Very funny, Norm. And thank you. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Norm MacDonald, ladies and gentlemen. That was very sweet, Norm.
It was fantastic all the way through, but I just thought.
Well, that's yeoman's work.
Well, look, I went in and I took what I thought were the best moments.
Follow-up question: what's a yeoman?
Not a clue.
Russell Brand will know.
I'll bet you're goddamn right he will.
Okay, no need to curse.
All right, apologies.
But please.
Listen, what I'm saying is I trim
You know,
the fat.
taking the Lord's name in vain is one of the commandments that will get you raped by the devil for all of time.
Agree to disagree. If they put my name in a fucking publication like Entertainment Weekly,
You don't have to swear.
If they put my name in a publication like Entertainment Weekly, I don't think you need to worry about gaining weight. They'll put you in something.
My doctor's getting very rude. The last time I went to him, he said, "Open your mouth and say oink." I mean,
I think we've come to the fact you need to find a new doctor.
I need to find a new.
This guy sounds like a real asshole.
New internist. Why do you continue to swear?
I don't know.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Charlie Fleischer? Some of the guys you started out with.
Charlie Fleischer?
Yes, Charles, he doesn't come by much anymore. But...
Charles Fleischer used to always close the Improv. He'd always close.
Yeah.
And he'd do an hour.
I'm not sure. I think that guy's out of his goddamn mind. Am I allowed to say? I don't even know. If he comes back, it could be awkward. But
what happened?
He's just out of his mind.
He seemed like a good guy. You know? A confidence man sold him an apartment, rented him an apartment.
A confidence
Only last minute.
man?
Yeah, like a paper moon, you know, like that kind of a guy.
Yeah, I got paper mooned.
He got paper mooned.
I think it was by one of the guys that used to give you shit in your karate class. This big fucking Russian guy.
Oh, easy.
All right, it was a Russian guy.
Not all.
We've torn down the wall, Mr. Gorbachev, a long time ago.
My family comes from Russia. They're Russian Jews.
Oh. Russian Jews is more like it.
I'm a fan of The View because Sherry Shepherd is a good friend of mine.
Sure.
And I've been on The View a lot, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because I'm on The View. Daphne Aguilera was on The View.
Oh, really?
Did Daphne Aguilera, he didn't rub your cock on my...
Okay, come on. This is what we're trying to get away from.
Sorry.
Came over and she said, "It's so lonely here, you know. There's been no men." And she caressed his arm. And one thing became the inevitable.
They had sex?
Yeah, so we don't have to be coarse about it, but yes. There is another sister that lives there, a leper.
So he fucked a leper?
Let's not be coarse. Good God, man, that's not how you tell a joke. That's supposed to happen through your mind. That's supposed to. But yes, he did fuck a leper. I don't like is when they make those dirty drinks.
Dirty Sanchez?
Dirty Sanchez. That's what you drink.
What dirty drinks?
No, they say like
pink pussy,
huh?
and, like the pink pussy.
You don't have to be dirty, but the guy doesn't realize there's a TV camera aimed at him.
This is like your little brother.
God damn, man.
Oh, it
Precursor.
definitely was a
Precursor.
That's a good word.
Because that's in Breaking Bad. But
Yeah.
also Weeds was like kind of the
Broke down the door for Breaking Bad.
broke down the door
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Breaking Bad, he says.
And he's the post-cursor. I got nothing, man.
He's just a cursor.
I'm just cursed.
God damn, no, your words you use. Pussy.
We go from there, look, all the way round.
Yeah.
Yes?
7 minutes of
Okay.
audio will play for this
Now,
whole hour.
All the way there. Once you've gone
Between
all the
you
way
two
round.
guys. All right, here we go, yeah.
Conan, pay attention, please.
Yeah,
Watch.
all right, I'm over here. I got
Okay.
my own orange going.
Okay,
all right.
watch. All the way round, so we'll take off the skin.
Yeah.
Then from there.
You're not teaching me, you're
No.
just showing off.
Nothing but making out.
All right.
It's like 9.5 weeks, but carrot top. we were doing.
Wow! I gotta check out that movie.
Is it called 9.5 Seconds? It's like he's premature ejaculator. This is an exciting day here at 30 Rock. You know, the Rosie O'Donnell show premiered today. And I was in its tapes at the same floor as Saturday Night Live on 8H. All flowers. They're sent by, like, there's one from Madonna, one from Elizabeth Taylor, Regis and Kathy Lee. Never seen so many flowers. I didn't even realize you could eat flowers. I didn't even know that. Do you have a hero?
Norman Fell from Three's Company.
That's your hero?
Yeah. Mr. Roper. Yeah.
You know Mr. Roper?
Yeah.
That's not a good hero.
That's all I got.
Better than this guy's hero is some gay porn actor. Anyway.
What are you talking about? What?
Insane. No.
What are you saying? What's the movie going to be called? Really?
I know what it's going to be called.
Yeah, what's that?
If it's got Carrot Top in it, you know what a good name for it would be?
What's that, Norm?
Box Office Poison.
She's in it.
What about my career?
Courtney Thorne-Smith, the girl sitting to your left, is in the movie.
I'm going to go see it for fun.
Now from there, take your bag.
All right.
Okay, now we'll do one each, okay?
Why would you become a cuck?
Come on, Norm, keep it together. Okay. It's not that bad. Big point.
Okay, all right.
The word chef.
Chef,
All right.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
chef, you're right.
Ladies cook.
I know.
Right.
Whoa.
We dated a guy once. Well, we dated and we broke up. And to get back together, he gave me like this little G-string outfit. You know, like this little, and I was like, wait a minute. That's for you. That's not for me. So stuff like that is not good. Another guy gave me a keychain. I was going to bring it out, but I couldn't get it off of my keys, so I left it backstage. But he gave me a keychain.
Why didn't you bring out the G-string?
Let me tell you, gay porn all the time?
Cut to a single. Just of Norm,
No,
really?
gay porn. I enjoy gay porn. I'm not gay. Gay porn is a genre that just cuts across all demographics. You know? Young people, old people, straight people, the gay people enjoy it. Everybody likes gay porn. But this guy really likes it.
There's this movie coming out.
Yes.
Title undetermined at this point.
Chairman of the board.
Oh, all right. Do something with that, you freak.
I bet the board is spelled B-O-R-E-D.
Aglio olio.
Now, from there, now watch carefully. A bit of seasoning, okay?
Whoa, okay.
Norm, you're making me feel dizzy standing there looking busy. Right, here we go. Okay, come on.
I'll tell you one thing, man. I'm not eating this.
We're even having a cooking segment at this point. Why would there even be a cooking segment?
Ruined my reputation, you know. I'll
Just
tell you
in
something.
passing.
This guy is not gay. If anybody's not gay, it's this guy.
Oh, I'm so...
Seriously.
I am so totally straight. Oh, yeah.
No, you are.
Oh, I love the ladies.
No, he does. No, he likes girls. He likes girls.
You're writing a book.
Yes.
How to be a model.
Yes. The Complete Idiot's Guide to Getting into Modeling.
So, like, rule number one, be incredibly beautiful. I mean, what are the things that you can
I
do?
know rule number 2.
Yeah.
Don't be a midget.
A very bad fall at the X Games in January. It frightened a lot of people, and let's take a look at that clip right now.
Let's watch her open this run up right here. Maybe another big 900. Oh, God. Wowzers.
Wow,
that's what you...
that is tough to watch.
You don't want to do that.
No, don't do that.
It actually looks easy.
Well, it is finally official. Murder is legal in the state of California. A down-and-out O.J. Simpson, depressed that all of his money-making ideas have failed, has decided to go back to doing what he does best, killing people. A new book claims that Madonna once smeared peanut butter all over John F. Kennedy Jr.'s body and then licked it off, which just goes to show you Madonna's a whore. And finally, Weekend Update would like to congratulate Madonna, who gave birth to a beautiful baby girl last Monday. The baby weighed in at 6 pounds, 9 ounces, making it the 4th largest object ever to pass through Madonna's birth canal. This week, in a secret ceremony in Australia, Michael Jackson was married for the 2nd time. Asked what makes his new bride special, the King of Pop said, quote, "She has taught me about the power of imagination, like imagining that a grown woman is a 10-year-old boy." You know he's a homosexual pedophile, right? You understand? Sources report that Michael Jackson's baby is due February 27th, and it's going to be named Michael Jackson Jr. Michael plans to be with the mother during the delivery, in his words, to make up for not being there for the Sources report that Michael Jackson's baby is due February 27th. It's conception. The last word was conception, so. Safer drivers, men or women? Well, according to a new survey, 55% of adults feel that women are most responsible for minor fender benders, while 78% blame men for most fatal crashes. Please note that the percentages in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So now you don't know what the hell to do. No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women.
I came in and he was supposed to be the my guide through SNL, and it turned out that he is a shit stirrer.
I'm not going to guide any lady through comedy. That would take me, first of all, I'd have to figure out how a lady could do comedy. You know? And then I'd have to... Last week at a dramatic press conference about the crash of TWA Flight 800, ABC News correspondent Pierre Salinger displayed a document which he believes is proof that the jet was shot down by a U.S. Navy missile. Later, he proudly showed reporters his solid gold Rolex that he bought on the street for just $15. That's one ugly bastard, isn't it? Here we see the president and the first bitch. Gosh, Hillary looks pretty in this photo here, doesn't she? Never realized she was such a looker till I see her here in this picture. In Whitewater News, federal regulators quizzed Hillary Clinton at the White House this week and gave her a perfect score on the lying section. She's a dirty liar.
You know, of course, they say the White House is haunted. Did you know that? And I thought this was kind of sad. I heard last night that President Clinton charged Abraham Lincoln's ghost $10,000 to sleep in his own bed. So that doesn't seem right to me, you know? I mean... No. But look, the president, you know, has come under a lot of fire for raising money, but, you know, he's good at raising money. That's not a bad thing. Every president's done it. It's just that President Clinton is very, very, very good at it. Do you know he has organized in the past year over 100 fundraising dinners and over 200 fundraising midnight snacks? Did you know that? Is he laughing? Is he?
This one says, remember the old days when tweeting meant stabbing a hooker?
Bob liked that one.
Super Dave, why is there an app for everything except how to rape a baby?
Jesus.
In just 2 weeks, Mike Tyson's main event app has become a top seller on iPhones and iPads everywhere. There are already plans, as a matter of fact, to... Hold on, folks. We have some breaking news to report here. This, just off the wire. Reuters News is reporting now that the Mike Tyson app has just raped another app. Once again, and we cannot confirm this, but reports are flooding out of Arizona this evening that the Mike Tyson app has, quote, viciously raped another app. More on this as it develops.
Some gold-plated chains would make a nice retirement gift for a very, very good slave. Well,
Are you serious?
Well, this was written...
Are you serious?
This was written years ago.
Did you just write that?
I didn't write it.
Did you just say that?
No, I read it.